Good morning. You know, I thought I'd come back on here and try something um, different for me anyway. So I've got some Pepperidge Farm Pumpernickel rye, Jewish rye, okay? Nice dark bread. Now, the other day I made some, I don't know what you would call kind of like a homemade pizza with pumpernickel. I put mozzarella cheese. Well, I toasted the pumpernickel, put mozzarella cheese, put pepperoni, and it was really yummy on the pumpernickel. It just added so much to the flavor. Well, this morning I was thinking I want to have a little bit of a heartier breakfast than I usually have. I'm going to make peanut butter and jelly. And then I looked and I only had pumpernickel. I didn't have white bread of any kind or wheat bread. I thought, let me give it a try anyway. I mean, how bad could it be? Hopefully not too bad. So I've got my reduced fat Jif creamy. Okay. So I'm going to spread it here on my pumpernickel. Okay. And now I've got several kinds of jelly in the fridge. This is like a spread. It's not a jelly or jam. Seedless blackberry organic, okay? Crofter's spread. And so let me get a spoon. You know, I don't have a big enough household using all this stuff that I can afford to like get jelly and the peanut butter and jelly, things like that, and have it sit around for ages because, I don't use it that often. It's not like, well, my daughter with her 5 kids and her husband, they eat everything up so quickly. It doesn't matter if like breadcrumbs get in the butter or, there's jelly in the peanut butter or stuff like that. Okay, oh, this is an awful lot of jelly. Well, we'll see. Or spread, it's called spread. I don't know, what does that mean? It means I'm spreading it, right? Okay. Oh, hello, Judy. Thanks for joining me. Just doing a little experiment here, making peanut butter and jelly on pumpernickel. Okay. Okay, you know what I'm going to do, though, first? Tasty. I'm going to taste the pumpernickel with the jelly. Yeah, it's pretty tasty, actually. I'm surprised. You know how sometimes when you mix things together, what you get is more than the sum of the individual parts. The mixture has its own qualities that the individual parts didn't have separately. Okay. Oh, this is very good. I just wouldn't have thought to do this if I hadn't been out of, a different kind of bread. Okay, I should have bitten it out of the same sides, right? Okay, now I'm gonna, it's really good. You know what, the peanut butter with the pumpernickel actually tastes like some sort of special dessert that you'd have in a restaurant. Really? Okay, now I'm gonna take a bite of the whole thing together. Has a lot more character than making it just on a white or wheat bread. Oh my goodness. This is very tasty. I've never tried this before, but golly, Jewish rye pumpernickel. I love that name, pumpernickel. Peanut butter and jelly. Wow. So yeah, you know, if you like peanut butter and jelly at all, and you like pumpernickel, give it a try, putting them all together. Oh, I'm so glad that I ended up having to try this since I didn't have any other kind of bread. Thanks for joining me, and you know, maybe this will give you something new and interesting to eat. You know, I bet you could actually, if you were having a, you know, gathering or something, you could cut the crusts off the pumpernickel, you know, and make this up and cut it into like little, you know, fingers or shapes or something and serve it. And, you know, people would think you're serving some fancy kind of treat. Really. Oh, okay. I've got my coffee. I've got my peanut butter and jelly on pumpernickel. I'm going to go enjoy my morning.